Hi there, I'm back, and I've got my Oster DuraCeramic rice cooker at the ready here, and I'd like to make some steel-cut oats in it today. Now, I make oatmeal in this quite often, especially now that we're in the dead of winter. Hot cereal is a lot more appealing on a regular basis. Now, believe it or not, I have yet to make a steel-cut variety of oats in my rice cooker. We're usually in a little bit more of a rush in the morning, so we usually go for the rolled oats, which cooks quite a bit faster. I also wanted to do an experiment with this because I've never made them in my rice cooker, and it's come to my attention through reading some reviews and comments online that for some reason the steel cut variety of oats causes some boil over messes, similar to if you cook rice in it without rinsing it first. So that kind of got me thinking, I wonder if rinsing the oats would help alleviate that issue. So I'm just going to make a single serving today of Bob's Red Mill steel cut oats, and I've pre-rinsed them. They're here in my strainer. And as you can see, the main difference between this and rolled oats is the oat groats. They look similar to barley or a grain of rice that's a little bit fatter in the middle, and it's very hard. And with rolled oats, it's just that. They press it between two stone rollers to press them flat, and that's why they look like kind of those round oval pieces, where steel cut, it's being chopped into pieces. There's also something called Scottish oats, which is one of my favorites. It's similar to this, except it's chopped into much smaller pieces. And that one would probably yield a lot more starch because you're cutting into it, and it did look a lot dustier in my canister. So I'm going to go ahead and get my oats in there. I also have, that's 1/3 cup, by the way, is a single serving. I have 1 cup of water. And about a pinch, heavy pinch, maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So let's put the lid on and get it started. And I will come back when this is at a boil. Okay, it's just been about 2.5, 3 minutes later. We're at a full boil. Let's take a peek. There is some foam. You can see that it went down when I took the lid off. So I'm sure cooking with a lid on has something to do with the boil over issue. So far, it has not hit the lid on the underside, though. So, you know, 'cause I don't know about you, but when I cook oatmeal on the stove, regardless of the type that it is, I don't cook it with a lid on. I might put a lid on at the very end when you turn the heat off, just to keep it hot and kind of let it thicken a little before serving. But I don't usually use a lid for cooking. So that might be part of it. But so far, so good. So we'll be back. Oh, I did want to mention, too, I do have a couple paper towels underneath, just in case this does go south. So I don't at least have the mess contained. So we will come back when this is closer to being finished, because you may or may not know, steel cut oats take quite a bit longer to cook than your regular flat rolled oats. So we'll be back. Okay, I spoke too soon. I put the lid on, walked away, and it is up against the lid. We have a little bit, I don't know if you can see it coming out over here on the handle. It's not terrible, but it is boiling pretty high, and this is just a single serving. So I'm going to open the lid, let that die back down. This may be something that you just can't set it, forget it, and walk away, because it will make a mess. But I don't know if you can see, there's just a little bit of cooking water here, and it's not really thick and starchy like it normally is from oatmeal. And I'm going to attribute that to rinsing the grain first before cooking it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. You can see the underside of the lid is speckled with some oats. So we will just keep an eye on this and see how it goes. Okay, just another check-in. While I had the camera paused, it did boil up a second time, but it didn't actually boil over. It was just sort of touching the underside of the lid. I opened it up and gave it a stir, and that seemed to keep it down. I kind of kept checking on it. You can see This is about 15 minutes into the total cooking time here. You can see it's almost done. The liquid is almost gone in there. So this should be ready pretty soon. Oh, and it did just pop. It is ready. So this is what we've got. It looks really good. I think this does work. It works well, but this might be one of those. Now, this is just my opinion from my experiment here on camera with you guys. I think this is one of those things that if you want to cook steel cut oats in your rice cooker, you might have to babysit it a little bit, at least for the first half of the cooking cycle itself, just to kind of, but I think rinsing really helped. From what I read online, complaints about it, that it was a virtual volcano kind of spilling over and sticky and gooey. This was nothing. It spit a few drops out onto the handle and onto my paper towel. You can see I have my wooden spoon here, and that's wet. This is the only wet spot here, and that's when I opened it and it kind of spit out. But generally speaking, it didn't perform too badly. But again, this, like I said before, this is probably something that's just going to need some babysitting. So, hope this is helpful to you guys. I know steel cut oats and Scottish oats are really popular, and I hope this is helpful to you guys. If this helps you figure out how to make it in your rice cooker, it does need some watching, so don't set it, forget it, walk away. And do remember to rinse it off, because I do think that helped quite a bit keep the spewing at a minimum, if you will. So on that note, I hope you have a great day. Stay warm. We are getting hit with yet more snow, and this is the first of 3 days in a row of nonstop. Yippee. It's January. Ugh. Okay. So on that note, have a great day. Enjoy your oatmeal. And if you like my videos, please give them a thumbs up. Have a great day. Bye-bye.